think there are some elements of events which have remained constant over time. We go back to Roman times and bread and games, and there's still an emphasis on the spiritual aspect of events, and there's an element of supporting or demonstrating or maintaining the status quo. I think at the same time, certainly over the last 100 years and certainly the last 20 years, I think the stakes have become much higher, the expenses are much higher, and I think there is a proliferation of events, which means that we also have increased examples of event failure or market failure in relation to events.
The meaning and importance of events has changed a lot as the event industry, if you like, has become a lot more formalised. So events were always part of daily life, people's routine, but now they've become developed as tools to do a wide range of things, to stimulate economic development, to attract tourists, to improve the image of a city, for regeneration, these kind of things.
It's changed dramatically because now almost every city and every country, every region is developing, managing portfolios of events to achieve usually multiple goals.
And because cities increasingly have to do a lot of things, so events are being created more and more for all these different reasons, and that has created an explosion in the number of events. And it's also changed their meaning, because now events have multiple meanings for multiple stakeholders and actors within the city. So it's become a much more complex landscape to deal with.
In the old days, we would talk about events developing organically from communities. They were weekly, managed maybe by volunteers. Now we have top-down systems where governments and corporations, tourist organizations are steering the development of the event sector for goals such as tourism and social integration and cultural development and place marketing. So it's become big business around the world, and it's become very competitive as well.
I think the main change, but also the main importance in shaping events is obviously to give increasing visibility, but at the same time to ensure that the local population is actually actively involved in shaping events.
In recent years, events have becoming very popular, not only in event studies, but also for cities, also for attendees. So events boomed in the last few years. And of course, events have been there for a long, long time. But now they're really seen also as strategic elements of, for example, a city of countries. You have countries like the UK or Australia, which have strategic events plans. So it's becoming more and more important, not just because of the events themselves, but also because of the impacts they have.